Hi first grade. Today's video we're going to talk about open and closed figures as well as sides and corners. Today I will learn to identify open and closed figures, to identify and count sides and corners of plane figures. Now corners are also called vertices. What is an open and closed figure? Look at the figures below. I've given you two figures, figure A and figure B. Which figure is open? How do you know? Well, I want you to take your finger and I want you to trace the screen. Let's start with A. Trace the screen. Trace the lines for figure A. Again, let's try it again. Use your finger. Trace the lines for figure A. Okay. Now I want you to trace the lines for figure B. One more time. Trace it with your finger. All right. Now, which figure is open? And how do you know? Well, let's discuss it. If we look at A and B and we traced it with our finger, we know that figure A is the open figure because it's not connected all the way around. When you used your finger and you traced the lines, did you trace all the way around? No. That means it is open. It is not connected all the way around. It's missing a side. Whereas B is closed because it has all four sides. So let's learn. There are two types of figures, closed and open. An open figure always has an opening. So if we look at the picture, we see these are open figures. On the right of your screen, you'll see these are open figures. They are missing a portion of the shape. It is missing a side. It does have an opening. A closed figure, on the other hand, is going to have no openings. So if you look on the picture again, on the left side, you see there are four shapes, four figures. These are all closed. They have sides. They go completely around. If we were to trace them, they have sides all the way around. Well, let's practice. So I've given you three figures. And I want you to color each closed figure. So you're going to color the closed figures. Now, you see I have colored in two figures. They're yellow. Those figures are colored yellow because they are closed. If we take our finger and trace the lines, you see that they are closed in. And the middle one I left alone because it is missing a side. It is not closed in. And I can figure that out by tracing it. Does my finger go make all three sides? No, it does not. So it is not a closed figure. We're also going to discuss sides and corners. So what are sides and corners? Look at the figures below. I've given you four of them. I want you to think which figure has three sides and three corners. And then again, how do you know? Well, if you said the triangle has three sides and three corners, you are correct. Look at the picture. On the square, I showed you what a side is and what a corner is. A side is the top. It's the line, closes it in. And the corner is where the two sides meet. So if we count the square, we see it has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides, and it has 1, 2, 3, 4 corners. So that obviously is not our figure we're looking for. If we go to the triangle, we see it has 1, 2, 3 sides and 1, 2, 3 corners. That is our answer. We could even go to the next shape that looks like a house. We can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 corners. What about this rectangle? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 corners. So again, it has to be the triangle. Let's learn. So some closed figures have sides or straight lines. The point where two sides meet is called a vertex or a corner. So if we look at the three shapes, the three figures on your screen, you see we have a triangle, a circle, and a pentagon. Now, the triangle, if we count our corners or our vertices, we see there are 1, 2, 3 corners and 1, 2, 3 sides. Remember, the sides are the straight lines, and the vertex or the corner are where the two sides meet. The circle is the exception. The circle has 0 sides and 0 corners. There are no straight lines. There are no points where two lines meet. It's circular, so it has 0 sides, 0 corners. And then the pentagon we see also has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 vertices or corners, and it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides. Remember, sides are the straight lines, vertex or the corner, whichever word, they mean the same thing. Those are where the two sides meet. So let's practice. I've given you three shapes. We're going to draw a red circle at each vertex, the corner, and we're going to write how many sides and corners. So if we look at this, we see there's a rectangle again. Count your sides, straight lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 sides. Count your corners. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 corners. Give yourself a silent cheer. Yay! Okay, now let's look at the next shape. Let's see how many sides. Count your straight lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 sides. How many corners? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 corners. Yay! Silent cheer, guys. And then the last is an oval. Let's see how many sides. Remember, sides are straight lines. Yep, no sides. How about corners where the two sides meet? Nope, no corners. If it has no sides, then it has no corners. Well, guys, that's all for this video. You did an awesome job. Remember, sides, straight lines. Corners, where the two sides meet, right? And remember, the shapes that you're seeing are going to have, for the most part, are going to have sides and corners, except for ovals and circles. They are not going to have those things. Not at all. And remember, a closed figure is going to be a figure that has, you can go all the way around. It has sides all the way around. And an open figure is missing a side. It's not closed in. Remember those things, my dears, and we'll do just fine. All right, guys, I'll talk to you next video.